This is a straight ahead animation tutorial. First, we will do the additive tutorial. So click on the After Effects icon in the dock. Come down to the dock and it says AE on a purple. And you click on it and it opens up. And you want to create a new composition, new. And you want to call this composition your last name, your first initial, additive. Make sure that it is HDV, HDTV 720, 29.97, and that is a preset. It's right down there. We want to have 5 seconds duration and say OK. Now you want to save this file. File, save, and we want to make sure that it goes into the correct folder. So I have a folder that I've just made, which is here. I'm going to put it into my project folder, and I'm going to call this my last name, first initial, underscore, and 01 tutorials. It's going in the right folder and save. We want to use a layer to work with. We're going to be using the paint effect, and in order to apply an effect, you have to have a pre-existing layer. I'm going to say fit here, and that way I can see the entire screen. Layer, new, solid, and let's choose a blue solid. Go up to blue, and that looks nice. If you go up too far, it might confuse it. Let's go up to about there and say OK. So it's a nice blue solid. We want to make it the comp size. So it's 1280 by 720 and say OK. And here's our layer, blue solid 1. In the upper right of the window, you can access the workspace. So we'll go up here and we want to use the paint workspace. We want to come down to blue solid 1 and make sure you're in the additive composition. In case you have more than one composition, you want to make sure you're in the one you think you're working in. Double click on the name of the layer to open it in the layer window. Select the brush tool, which is right here in the middle of the toolbar, and you want to make sure it's between the text and the clone stamp tool. So you click on brush, and if your window for paint is not showing, you go into window and open up paint. You might have a different type of display set than I do. And in here you want to choose a color that you'll be able to see. So let's use white. And white is FFF, FFF. And it's got 255 for all of your color names, RGB. We want to have opacity 100%, flow 100%. The mode should be normal. The channel should be RGBA, and that would be red, green, blue, and alpha. The duration, we want the duration to be right on. So you have constant, right on, single frame, and custom. We want right on. This will draw in real time. Remember, you have 5 seconds in this composition, so you can have 5 seconds to complete your stroke. We want to come here into the layer, and we want to draw a lowercase a with 1 stroke while holding the button down on your mouse. Don't release it in the middle. It's important to draw the letter with 1 stroke. Okay, it looks like nothing happened, but that's because it is doing it writing it on in real time. Now we want to change to the standard workspace or essentials, either one of these. Click the composition tab at the top of the window to exit the layer window if you haven't exited. So we're in composition, we don't have to worry. And preview by pressing the space bar. So you see it actually draws the letter in real time. Okay, press your space bar again to make it stop. Go back to the beginning and File, Save, or you can Command S to save. So that is the additive section of the tutorial.